I have not failed. I just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, also known as Thomas Alva Edison. He was a businessman and inventor. Thomas Edison was born on February 11, 1847 in Milan, Ohio, USA, but he grew up in Hartfield, Michigan, after the family moved there in 1854. His father's name was Samuel Ogden Edison Jr., and her mother's name Nancy Mastell Elliott. Thomas Edison was the youngest of the 7 children of his parents. His father was an exiled political activist, and her mother was a teacher.
Thomas Edison spent most of his childhood at Hartfield, Michigan. He did not do well in school and ended up being homeschooled by his mother. Interestingly, young Edison received his formal education for just about 12 weeks. Since an early age, he had developed hearing difficulties which increased with age, and by the middle years he was almost deaf. Thomas Edison was an enterprising young man, selling vegetables, candy and newspapers on trains. One day he saved a child from a runaway train. The child's father repaid Edison by training him as a telegraph operator.
As a telegraph operator, Thomas became interested in communications, which would be the focus of many of his inventions. He moved to New York, where he began his career as an inventor. One of his earliest inventions was a stock ticker. The gold and stock telegraph company offered him $20,000 for the price of that. In 1969, Thomas Edison patented the electric world recorder. He then relocated to Newark and New Jersey, where he set up a small laboratory and employed machinists. He expanded his operation moved the middle back New Jersey.
Thomas Edison married twice in his lifetime. His first marriage was to Mary Stewart in 1871, who brought him 3 children. The one invention that brought him his first round of fame and catapulted his status to return high were the phonograph invented in 1877. In 1877, Thomas Edison invented the carbon microphone used in telephone, radio broadcasting, and public address work. He credited with inventing the first commercially practical incandescent light. In 1978, he founded the Edison Electric Light Company in New York City. He then initiated an industrial research laboratory in West Orange, New Jersey, which formed the first of the primary research laboratory for Edison Lighting companies.
At the turn of the century, he soon transformed himself from being an inventor to an industrialist and business manager. Then he started developing an suitable storage battery that could power an electric car. After the tragic death of his wife in 1884, he started the Knock for the second time 2 years to Miller. The couple has 3 children. Thomas Edison was made the head of the Naval Consulting Board during World War I. A profound advocate of nonviolence, he enjoyed in protect that ballistic design defensive weapons such as submarine detector and gun location techniques. His last parent was an apparatus for holding objects during the electroplating process. Thomas Edison breathed his last October 18, 1931 after suffering from complications of diabetes at the age from 84.